Hey, what's up, everybody? Back again with another mock draft. Uh, Today I kind of want to go back to more close to that Monday strategy, or maybe Tuesday. The most recent one, the Wednesday strategy, wasn't great. I was just kind of rolling with the punches. I would say the first one we did Monday was probably our most aggressive um take, and I think playing aggressive is gonna, feed into, what give me a more comfortable position here because sure I'm in that eighth spot, so I should get Devon Achan and Puka, but like if people avoid CMC or Puka due to injuries, I'm fine with getting JSN and Ashton Jeanty. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think O'Marion Hampton is going to be great this year. So there's a lot of things that we can adjust with our strategy. I would rather have tier 2 wide receivers than tier 2 running backs, but if I can get elite quarterback play, I think that might be worth it. And I'm scared that so really it kind of depends going into Saturday what happens. If people are taking quarterbacks in the first round, I might lay off of grabbing a quarterback round one, unless it's like if we look at our quarterbacks, if it's Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, I'll definitely take Lamar Jackson any day of the week. But if Josh, Lamar, and Joe are all taken, I don't think Drake May is going to have as good of a year as he had this past year. He's going against, a schedule of opponents that also play football. And Jaden Daniels, I don't trust the injury history. I think he just kind of got lucky in his rookie year. Jalen Hurts, Jackson Dart, I don't know why he's rated so highly. It's actually ridiculous. Herbert, Williams, Lawrence, Prescott, any of those guys I would take. Even Mahomes, who may or may not start week one. So tier 2 quarterbacks are, for me, a lot more enticing than, taking some of these non-premium. I don't think Drake May is all that great. I might just be a hater, I guess. But anyways, we're about to start this draft, so like, comment, subscribe, follow along with me. Tell me what you think you would do in my situation. Let's draft this together, kind of thing. Also, if you subscribe, gonna be covering a little bit of all sports, mostly NFL for the football season. And that being said, it's mostly the Chicago Bears because this channel is mostly Chicago sports. So, yeah. And with that out of the way, let's just start the draft. Yeah, okay. Bijan, Gibbs, yeah, of course. Derrick Henry, CMC, Jonathan Taylor, Jamar Chase, JSN. Okay. So, I mean, I can't, like, I don't think I can pass up either of these running backs. So, yeah, I think I have to take them. So my running back slots are taken up. I would have loved to have had O'Marion Hampton. Okay, Jeanty finally went. Allen. Okay, this is fine. I might take 2 quarterbacks here at this turn. Joe Burrow's still on the board. Okay. We'll take Lamar, and let's just get it out of the way and take Joe Burrow. I don't think this is going too bad. I think DJ Moore will have a pretty good year, so I have my eyes on him in a later round potentially. I'm pretty okay with how I'm feeling on running backs. Luther Burden, I was hoping to get a discount on. I mean, I could grab him. Waddle could be the guy. New OC on the Jets. I don't think Gino's that much of an improvement, if I'm being honest. I mean, we can go for it, right? I drafted Garrett Wilson last year. I could actually Travion Henderson, Luther Burden. I'm just too unsure about Garrett Wilson's situation. Luther Burden, he might be out a week or two, but we can hold him on the bench and be fine. Okay. I was a little worried about that. I was kind of aiming maybe Lad McConkey with Keenan Allen out of the way. He could pop back up. Demo is, the number one guy now, and that would have been very nice. I don't think I get DJ Moore if it comes back around, but I don't want to reach it that hard for him. I'm not sure people are even going to care about the questionables or the pups or anything because we do have one IR slot. So, yeah, I think people will draft some kind of questionable options. I could just grab. I don't want Drake May. I could grab him so people have to trade for a quarterback. I could do that. Zay Flowers, that's your number one guy. It's the number one guy to Baltimore. It's fine. Devonta Smith might not be wide receiver one in Philly, right? It might be Mekhi Lennon, right? Who knows? Who knows, really? I wish I had the schedule right in front of me. But it is enticing to take Drake May. I don't want a tight end yet. See what we're okay. Yeah, we still got some guys at wide receiver. I'll take Drake May and probably flip him. That's just how it went. Because I genuinely think Caleb Williams will be better this year. Now here is something insane I could do, like potentially stupid, is Drake May is just to trade and I go ahead and I draft Caleb Williams anyways. Because we have all those bench spots. Okay, I could get the number 1 and number 2 wide receiver for the Bears. I could do that. I didn't get Waddle. Okay. I'm lacking in wide receivers. Too early for Laporta might get back to me. Okay, let's go Rome. Luther's going to be hurt, so it's great to start with Rome. Might trade him off later on. We could think about handcuffs now. Kyle Monungai already went? Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. Let's grab a different handcuff, that being Blake Corum. I think he'll be fine this year. Jaden Daniels went. Chuba Hubbard. Metcalf. Kraft. Okay. Like, the way this draft is going, I definitely want to trade off some guys that I got. Okay. So, Sam Laporta in, a system that should be benefiting tight ends. I did want Jadarian Price. I'm not going to lie. I did want him. Not sure Caleb gets back to me. I really don't need him. It's just kind of, I want him. I think Kincaid will get slightly less use, being that, there's someone else with hands on that team. Gadsden, without Keenan Allen on the team, I think he gets more targets. Brian Thomas is not impressing me here. I think I reach on Gadsden. Dalton Kincaid is great. I love him. He's just disappointed me lately. And that's why I kind of didn't grab him. Okay. So, oh my god, all the tight ends are popping up now. Um, Tyler Algier, he's another handcuff running back. Um, so we'll have two studs. We got James Cook, Achan. Those guys are going to be our primary backs. Then we have Henderson, who could be the primary in New England, but they like Ramondre Stevenson more for some reason. Blake Corum. I could. I'm gonna grab Tyler Algier anyway. I didn't need that. Give me Tyler Algier. Boom. There we go. Reach all the way down here for Jordan Addison, and I'll pick up tight ends on, the waiver wire as time goes on. I mean, unless Brenton Strange falls in my lap, and then I'll probably just take him. Taking Texans defense that early. Well, see, Jake Ferguson is a great option because Dak Prescott kind of good, and then you have CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens spreading the field, but they're more valuable targets. Brenton Strange, though, I had him last year. He helped me out a ton in fantasy just having him. I'm hearing questionable things about Tyrone Tracy. Quentin Johnston's hurt. Oh, do I mean, Michael Pittman, he's probably number 2 behind DK, right? Matt Stafford's so far down for the guy he is. That's crazy. Travis Kelce is going to get Do I grab Kelce? I mean, who else is getting targets? Rashee Rice? Xavier Worthy? 2 guys that might not play genuinely due to injuries or potentially crimes. I don't want to grab Kelce. I don't think Kelce falls to me there. I'm not going to lie. I don't think Kelce makes it that far. I should not have taken a tight end. I should have just grabbed Pittman and been happy with it. Or Diggs. People are taking defenses now. Okay. Alvin Kamara hurt. There's so many people hurt now. It's actually upsetting. Okay. Let's grab I think I've gotten Minnesota Vikings defense every single time we've ran this. I want a wide receiver. Romeo Doubs is our top guy left. Is he? I think he is the number 2 guy now in New England. I'll take him. The face of Guardian Caps. Not super thrilled about this. So Drake May is. I know this is questionable, but I think he hits the trade block along with one of my tight ends, probably Kelce, just because he's kind of old and washed, and see if there's a bite. Even if it's for an injured player, I could throw in my IR slot. But yeah, I would much rather have Caleb than Drake May. I think Caleb has a harder schedule, but I think Ben Johnson's scheming will, help Caleb a lot. And if he has taken that big leap that we're all hearing about, I think genuinely you could realistically take him in this area. It just depends how many quarterbacks people have taken in my league. If people are taking him first round, I might take him at this bend easy. It just kind of depends what's happening. One of the Bears wide receivers might get traded. We'll have to see there. I like both of them a lot. They do a very different task, but I mean, I say very different. They're not. They perform different things. Like Luther Burden, he's more like Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I think he's going to have a breakout year this year. You know, if Tyreek Stevenson didn't hurt him, that would have been nice, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not super happy about this. It started off great with James Cook and Devon Achane. I think that was an amazing start. Then we got Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. Okay, so we have two of the like top three, top four quarterbacks in the NFL right now, with two workhorse backs that take most of the snaps and are very, very good. Ned Henderson, you know, high upside there. Burden, crazy Burden kind of went that low, but it just is what it is. Yeah, Zay Flowers, Drake May, and like it. I know he was running a runner up for MVP and all that, but the difference in his schedule last year to this year is very immense, and I think we will see a very steep decline in his production. I have the Patriots. That's my number one like regression candidate. I think they won't lose. They won't be last place in their division. They might miss playoffs. That's where I'm at. I think the Bills win it. Anyways, tell me what you think of this mock draft. Tell me what I could have done better. You know, what I, did perfectly, as I do with everything. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Mostly Chicago sports here. No AI used, no gambling ads ever. The closest thing to gambling on this channel is fantasy stuff. But yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time.